Hello and welcome back here to the Kinsale Town Local to Legend Save, where we take Kinsale Town from a local club to a legendary club. We have just finished our second season back in Premier League, so we're in the 2038-39 season here. And I'll run you through the transfer history done in the summer. We had a busy transfer window. I wanted to change the play slightly more to a 4-2-3-1. And we did for some of the seasons. So the players who no one left. Players who we brought in. This one was done before I even recorded our last episode. Joe Dodd Davis, England winner, English winner. They were left. Weirdly enough, come through Real Madrid academy. Been playing off the B side, Real Madrid B side. I'm on a free transfer. Really, really good season. 13 assists, 8 goals. Really, really good. Liked him a lot. I'm going to try and get him back full time. This is the big player I wanted. This is the player to replace Hector Lima, who left and everyone was unhappy. Ryan Sudas. Been wondering this guy for 2 years now. Waiting when we got up. 65 million, a lot of monthly instalments, I think, in that also. Uh, really good first season. Yes, his assists and goals ain't as good as Dodd Davis, but he's got a little bit more about him. Good, a magnificent goal, a best goal at the new stadium, the Michael Cullen Arena we moved into in October. And at the last signing before it switched over, Brian Ramos, first goal defender, um, just okay. Nothing major, nothing exciting, but just standardly good. So, first bit of business was when the season ticked over. Andre Liddell left to go to Shanghai in China. Big come in. I didn't want to let him go, but 25 million up front. Just, I thought we could do better. We're basically doing straight out and out replacements for players we sold. Dion Lane from Wolves, 13 million. But, more wages, so roughly the same. Camas we tried to sell. I just don't think he's good enough. Go and sell him. So we loaned him to Wrexham in League One. Sums up our squad quality. Tom Welsh went on loan, youngster, 10 goals. And then we used our affiliate club. And then Domingos, not Domingos. When they hell out, we got an offer about 13. I was like, mate, you've got a release fee of 16 million. He was like, I want to go to Saudi because I want money. I went, you can go if you don't give a release fee. 16 million. I was like, no ducks off water, no water off duck's back. And then we just got this player, Yusuf Wilkes, to come in really as a second choice. We have Ben Fickery anyway as second choice. And Seamer. And I would give Seaman for number one jersey if he left. I mean, not if Seaman left, if Domingos left the club. But then, Andy Lenihan. We were looking for like a 10, and we couldn't really get one. Got this guy. Really liked him. Played really well. Shame, called him back in January. Because apparently we were playing out of position. We were. I would get to the tactics later on. 5 goals, 12 in 12 games. Just brilliant player. Absolutely wonderful player. Then we just saw a few more players on loan. See, young Felipe Jimenez went on loan, trying to sell him. Anyone else went? A lot of players actually did leave on loan. Now, Gregor Longtak, the Croatian centre back who we had. Same deal. When Saudi are around, you just gotta try and get as much money as possible. They just released clause for 39 million. I was like, okay, we need another centre back. We're gonna have money, and we brought in this youngster, Kelvin Baffo from Hull, basically as a replacement. Uh, he's fine. It's nothing good. And then we have the money. There was a bit of I wanted this guy for ages, and it's David Jones, 16 million release clause from Aberdeen. Wonderful season, 20 goals, 6 assists. John Fair's unfortunately not up to standard this year, and we will get on to John Fair's in a minute, because he made an important contribution this season. Then Ryan Quinn came in on loan, just okay. We're going to sign him for about 15 million. Fine, he can play left. We've trained him as left wing back all season. Because Chemist left. That's what he got him basically. He's a great backup, left back, great option centre back. Then division midfield were a bit short, especially for two. I just don't think Nicky O'Neill, Tromba, and Chris Rigg were up to it. So we signed this guy, Emmanuel, 40 million from Coma. Record transfer in 77k on £77,000 a week. Really good defensive midfielder. Standard, what you expect. Shades of Casemiro in him. Beautiful. Then So Minaji come back. Now, we played Wolves in the Carabao Cup. I was like, I really wanted another second choice goalkeeper. I looked at Wolves and I was like, I don't know. I would like to try and develop him on loan, really. So we need enough goalkeeper. So Minaji come in for 25 million as backup or the cup goalkeeper, and because of his relation with Steamer. I think that was it for August. Yep, for the summer transfer window. Anything else went out? Yeah, Yoshihima went on loan to Norwich, mainly because he wasn't going to get game time because of Emmanuel. And then Ocon went to West Ham, on loan. Just it was one of them where I want him to develop his game time and everything. And I was happy for him to go out on loan. Um, but we got onto him in a minute. So our first game, we lost to Tottenham. I really want to go 4-2-3-1, 4-4-3-3 all season. Our home form again, phenomenal to begin the season. Then we had our first game at home at Michael Cullen Arena. We moved actually into the Michael Cullen Arena for the Charlton game. 92nd minute goal, winner from David Jones. We would have loved to be John Fairs, but just didn't hit the heights. We had an okay quarter to quarter final of Carabao Cup, 5th of December. Our home form here was really, really, really carrying us all year, especially at Michael Cullen Arena. Unbeaten until we played Liverpool, and Liverpool gave us batter at Liverpool. Probably best team we played all year, and that's saying something. So January coming on, and we made moves. Anyone went out quickly? Billy Kate Colehill. I an arrangement for him to go for 60 million in the summer. He was just annoying me. I was like, I would like you to stay for 60 million. If we can get close to 60 million, we can. There you go. Offered him out in December, just to open up a few funds and all that. And we got him 14, and we got 40 million for him. His replacement from Ren, another left back. You going, Gary? You signed loads of left backs. Yeah, but this guy was for more backup player for Harness, natural left back. Don't think he's going to be world class at the age of 25, but as a backup left back, left wing back, Kendo Araho come in from Rennes. Quite cheap, happy days, can't fold it. Then Chris Rick was unhappy, so we sold Chris Rick, but we done an upgrade. Jan Francisco Sosa, Mexican international for Pucheu, on his release fee. What a one upgrade, one absolute upgrade. And then I was like, okay, Ben figure he can go. He won't play it, and I was like, I was just getting annoyed with him being around for club, going for 5 million, and I was like, oh, we need money. And unfortunately, so we signed Mauricio Alvarez, just another standard back, up in the back. 5 point, I think his release clause, yes, release clause 12 and a half. We had for money. I was like, yep, he can go. Just a really, really good young centre back who we can develop. Shinsuke Tashmani, Dashimia, went to standard Liège. He's been really good at standard Liège. It's just the first time I've looked at him since we sold him. 5 goals in 9 games, just quality. He's a quality player. His season was awful. Like, he just dropped off. I was like, just give money into the club. And then it was transfer deadline day roughly, and I was looking to find replacements. So Ocon come back in. We got for Ocon, okay, I could develop Ocon more now into this role. And then we found this guy 4.8 million through the scouts. Boso, Yukunda Cameroon International, 4.9 million, Capel on the left. Retiring from Ubion in the Belgium League, basically just as a replacement. He's been, he's been fantastic. And good news here for the R player. Update on Ian Yanu, our player who I told you last episode, Alpha and ACL, got another 3 month injury back just as he was recovering. I was like, he's done. That hasn't dropped, the acceleration hasn't dropped, pace hasn't dropped, but that whole year out has ruined his time at Kinsland, unfortunately. And he went to Cardiff to the Championship. We'll be trying to move him on in the summer. He said to me, because I tried to offer him out in January, he wants to leave. He's going to not renew, try and get money for him in the summer. So our second half of the season, we got through to the Carabao Cup semi-final where we absolutely hummed Brighton 5-0. 4-0 in the first leg, so and then we beat them like a few days later. FA Cup was a write-off. I was like, okay, Carabao Cup in the semi-finals, and we're gonna go for it. We beat Aston Villa in the Carabao Cup, so our first major trophy for the club. John Fairs lifted the cup, and that was it for John Fairs. Basically, even though he did score in the last of the season to finish off a really, really great another season for us. We qualified sixth. We've got guaranteed Conference League football, which I'm really happy about. But at the end of the day, Conference League football is no go. They'll go to Bournemouth Football League, and we've got fifth place. Not fifth place. We got probably a Europa League place. Yeah. But this will be for the last time you'll see John Affairs in a Kingston shirt. Really, really poor season. 6 goals in 23 games. He's not the main man here anymore. And it would be a shame to just see him not play games or anything for us. Yes, we signed him for 60 million. We sent him 37 million, so you go, that's great profit. But an absolute legend of this club. Other than 3 goals, he scored at Sunderland. Other than the 12 goals he scored away from the club, he has scored 122 goals for us. Nope, 116 because I've just seen him scored 6 goals for Queen's Park. But he's just been a legend of the club. Come for our youth system back almost 12 years ago, 16 years old, when we had Tom Stratton, another Australian player of the club, back in the National League. Just been brilliant, and it's going to be a shame to see him go. Go and change for money at 28, go to Saudi Arabia, 37 million. You're welcome back as a coach any time. I'll show you the rest of the transfers going out, like Mario Gomez going out, not playing him. He wants a new contract. So he's going out to Calgary for, I think it's 9 million. which is profit. He wants a new contract, mate. He's on 16 grand a week. Be grateful in that. And then Philip Polo showed who we brought in last January. Just not getting game time. Getting game time. 6.5 million we're going to get from a Mexican club, Club America, and that's it. Goals for the summer. Defensive midfielder, backup defensive midfielders, right wing back. The players who we get on loan and trim this under 21 squad big time. That's just huge. It looks huge. It ain't huge though. But the amount of players we got who need game time, like Yin Yang, Yin Yanyu, Thomas Cameras can all go. Wayne Jeff's leaving. Yamashita, I've got to make a decision. He probably go also. Yoa 22, he ain't gonna get in first team now. Taylor Holloway, sell him just for anything. Tom Welch is interesting. Play about age of 21. If you're playing in the championship, had a good season, which he has. I'll have a look at him. Yes, he's got 2 years left, but I would have a major decision on him. But like players who are leaving contracts out next summer will look out. Like Anthony Jimenez. I know it's half. Think he's unknown at junior in Colombia. They've got an option of 350k. He'll be back in January most likely, but just players like that going out. This guy, I don't think he's on here for mustard. If we get a mill for him, get our money back on him, I'll be very happy. He scores goals in Sweden. He's not really hit the heights of Frank Cologne in second division Bundesliga in Germany. 2 goals in 11 games. I don't think he's going to be up for snuff in the Premier League. If we get a mill, really trying to clear out and get the money. With our budgets for next season, we do have money to spend. We have 34 million, a big wage bill because of players leaving. Also, so say about 50 million to spend on 3 or 4 players. For our finances or even much. Yes, we've hit with minus 9 million. We've had the money coming for Premier League. If I can make it into positive before the end of some transfer window, we want to get money in, but for Europa League TV money. But honestly, it's time for some of these under 21 players to come through. Look at potential. Look, Fraser Taylor. Like he ain't gonna make big. He ain't gonna start many games, but he might go on loan because we don't have room for him in the squad at the moment. Tom Scott is another one, very similar players, but more of a wide wing back most likely. Or Neil Barlow, probably a wide wing back. But there's players here who are going to be coming up. Saki Ferret, similar player to Fraser Taylor. So we've got to make a decision who we want to come up. So few. Our best player for youth intake, in my opinion, was they said Troy Wallace, but he's another similar kind of player. But in my opinion, will be this guy, Andrew Roberts. 6'1", 1m16. He could probably play defensive midfielder, give him a few years to develop. I think he would be in the under-21s by the end of next year. Send him out on loan to Colchester, most likely. If a year after, so by the time he's 20, he, he would be up. Like, just a lot of players here who need to just go into the under-21s, develop big time, and all that. This one we really want to show you. I think Eddie Mercer, yes, he hasn't got great current ability or great potential, but I feel like if we're in like League One Championship, he would be a starter already. It's just because with 2 divisions above his actual ability, I don't think you ever beat a player for us. But if we had to and rely on youth, we've got enough youth players here. But that's the end of our first, 6 months here at my Cullen Arena, Novel Walk Stadium, and I'm looking forward to next season. It's going to be a big season for club. I'll just show you Michael Carter. Michael Carter looks really nice. Already worth 15 million. Like, that's what I mean. Our youth system is developing. But as I was saying, thank you for watching. Hit the like and subscribe button if you like the video, and take care and see you all soon. Thank you for watching.